So, how do you feel like when you go to those shows and you're not competing?
Into the shows not competing?
Yeah, like, do you feel like, oh, I want to get in stage?
Yeah. I felt like that yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I felt like I was missing out. I wanted to get on stage, and I wanted to be out there. I missed it for sure. But at the same time, I was happy because the reason why I wasn't on the stage, I was resting.
Yeah.
Make a left here. The reason why was because I was resting. I was taking care of some other things, some business type things, and which were important, which are necessary.
Yeah.
So it ended up working out.
Right, Breon, like in Angola and Brazil, many people think, like especially athletes, they think that, okay, once I get my pro card, life is gonna be easy.
Well, let me tell
money in the bank.
Okay, well, I got a story about that. I have a story about that, a good story about that for sure, because that's exactly what I thought. Okay, I got my pro card in 2013, and I thought sponsors were just gonna be knocking on my door left and right, and opportunities were gonna be coming my way left and right, and that was not the case at all.
Yeah.
No, actually nobody came. Actually, nobody came because that was the beginning of the social media era when I did not have a lot of followers at the time, but I was a champion.
Yeah. So you felt that people that didn't have enough followers as you, or were not as famous as you, or a champion.
Well, not even as famous, but weren't a champion.
Yeah.
But they were famous on Instagram.
Yeah.
So they had the sponsors.
So this is not new. Back in the days, it used to work like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like in Brazil, which is like the reality I'm really into, you have like influencers that make way lot of money rather than athletes.
Yes. That's when it started, around there.
Yeah.
13, 14, 15, that's when it started.
Yeah. And another thing is that many people think that just being an athlete, like apart from being a social media influencer, they think like, oh, if I'm an athlete and I win this in this competition, I'll be good. Do you think like nowadays it's possible to live with the money you make during the competition?
Not in amateurs, because amateur shows don't.
Yeah,
you have to be
yeah.
a professional.
Yeah, but being professional, can you live with the money from the competitions only?
I think you can now. You can now. Nowadays you can. I think there's enough money if you do enough shows. It depends. See, it depends on some variables.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the money you make on the shows plus another job, right?
Well, you potentially could make money just on the shows if you do like maybe 8 to 10 shows a year. If you're a physique guy versus an open guy, that's different.
Yeah,
if you're a physique guy versus a classic guy, that's different.
Yeah.
If you're a top guy, a top 5 guy or top 10, 15 guy, that's different. There are many different variables.
Because it also depends on where you live and where the shows are going to happen.
There you go.
Because
It also depends on that. It also depends on if you have sponsors to support the number of shows that you want to do. The variables are there. The variables are they're fluid with the type of athlete you are. But I will say this. What I will say is that you're better off with the social media platforms, the strong social media platforms, and the stronger social media shares and engagement than just a true athlete.
Just a true athlete, yeah. Because it's difficult. It's difficult because being only a true athlete, you need money to prepare yourself. You need money for your team. You need money for like everything, for your prep, for your travel, for your accommodation. And sometimes the money you win on a competition, which is not what they say because there's taxes on it.
And most of the time, the money that you win sometimes you say most of the time the money that you win in the competition isn't near what you paid in preparation to get to the show. Yeah,
like if they say the prize money is 50,000, how much you get after the taxes?
You get about 37, 38 after the taxes.
And then you have to pay.
maybe 37, 38 to 40 after taxes. then you might, if somebody has a manager, they got to pay them.
Yeah.
If somebody has social media a team, they got to pay them. So many pro athletes that aren't at the top.
So probably you'll get 50%.
So
let's say nowadays,
it could
regular show
bottle down to 50%.
Will pay like 10,
it could bottle down to 50%. Yeah,
regular 5,000,
regular pro show. Yeah,
depending on the
anywhere there for first place. Okay, you said 50,000. You said 50,000 winning in a show.
Maybe 50,000 is like big.
That's the top guy.
50,000 was like Dubai Pro.
That's the champion.
That's the champion.
That's number 1, 2, 3 in the whole world right there. Okay, so that's fifth place, 50,000. Got 3. You know what I'm saying? In the open, let alone amateur
went
down to 3
pro
from 1. Was it 30? I'm sorry. 30.
Yeah, 30.
Fifth place is 30, not 3. Fifth place was 30.
Yeah. So
from
there was
145 down to 30.
Yeah.
But 30, I'm gonna tell you, 30. A pro can spend 30,000 on a prep easily. Easily.
So,
with that maybe doesn't have. See, if you're gonna probably win fifth place at the Dubai Pro, you're probably gonna have some sponsors. Okay, you're probably gonna have some sponsors, but you might not have everything taken care of. You might have 50% or whatever the contract says. You might have a portion of it taken care of.
Maybe you got sponsored for supplements.
Something. You might have sponsored for supplements. You might not have sponsors. You might be paying for gym still. You might be traveling a little bit. You might have to still pay for accommodations, gear. Yeah, no.
That's what takes most, right?
Yeah. So, it's a tough game. It's a very expensive game, but it's like see the unique thing, but maybe a little bit of the unfortunate thing about our game and our sport is that it's an expensive sport, but it's not a sport that is very lucrative right away, or it maybe could never be right away if you turn professional, like golf or tennis or whatever. You turn professional in those sports, you're taken care of. Even if you're not a top professional, you can live comfortably.
Yeah. So if someone is just thinking about the money, you better change.
You better not.
You better change.
You better change. You better think about your social media platform rather than the money. Then the money will come. The money can come from that much faster and easier. Yeah, put it down like maybe like to 80. Oh no, not that far. Maybe like to 120.
20?
Yeah, 120.
120.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Good. Good. This one is just self-explanatory. Just staying upright with the posture, keeping the shoulders and the traps down as much as possible. Here we go.
180?
Yeah. Yeah, also, and there's many things. That's why this is an expensive sport, bro. We talked about rest. We talked about your calorie intake, right? Also, have to incorporate recovery.
Yeah.
So, deep tissue massages, stripping the muscle, and that type stuff. Hopefully, you have, you might have a cold plunge or something at the house or something maybe like that. But you can incorporate cold showers or
Sauna?
Saunas, cold showers and sauna. Both of them can be utilized. Those dudes look good. Those dudes look good up there for the Monster Pro. The Korea show.
Oh, yeah.
Monster Gym. Yeah, they look good. There you go. Yep. Keep that upright positioning. Yep. Hit your spotter. I don't work. Here we go. Come on. Good. Good. Yep. Squeeze to have them touch at the tip. You squeeze there. Yep. Good. 2 more. Good control on the way back. Good. Got it. Come on. You squeeze there. Good. And slow. 1 more. 1 more. Go. Nice. Stay upright. Stay upright. Good. Slow back. Good. Whew. Excellent set.
Those guys are beasts.
Yeah. They look good. They look good. They have great shape.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to go up here with the upper chest. We don't want to go with our elbows down still, or elbows up, excuse me, because that still will be more pressure on the shoulder.
Yeah.
So still, even if we're up there, we tend to focus up here if we want to focus on upper chest, but we still want to come down here to focus on upper chest and have our elbows at 45. And just put the seat down to put the pressure where you want it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's about good.
All right.
Yep.
How does it feel?
Amazing. Always.
Amazing?
Always.
Okay, let's see if I can get it.
You can get it. I'm sure you can.
So if I keep my elbows down here, we'll be okay, right?
Yeah, down a little bit more. A little bit more, yeah. Like, yeah, that would keep the pressure here instead of pressure here on the front shoulder. Push it through. We might be able to also, put the seat down a little bit more.
Okay.
To give you more of a pressure on the upper chest. Let's put it down a little bit more. There you go, there you go, there you go. There you go. Now, and even with the elbows down. Perfect. Man, you see this right here, what's going on when you come forward?
Uh-huh.
You feel, well, look at that. I mean, you can probably see it's almost hitting your chest. I mean, it's almost hitting your chin.
Since when you start competing? Since when you start competing?
2011.
2011?
Yeah.
Who introduced you to the bodybuilding?
Man, just my overall gym community at 24 Hour Fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, they kept asking me if I competed, if I wanted to compete, if I have competed, they kept asking me, and then I kept saying no for like a year and a half, and then finally I went to a show, a natural show, saw it, was like, dang, everybody at the show was asking me when I was gonna go up there, and I was just there, you know, not gonna compete. And I was like, let me do my own show. So then maybe I prepped myself for 7 weeks to do my first show in 2011, and I won it, and I was like, I could do this, I can be good at this. And so the rest was history.
Okay.
Maybe 15.
15, okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Yep.
Did you ever had like a weak point?
Brother.
Hey, brother.
see you.
How are you? Good to see you, brother.
see you.
Looking good. Looking good.
Good.
Yes.
Get in it. Here's the chest.
My man.
Good to see you, bro.
You too, my brother. You too. Looking good. Good. 12 and 15. Ooh. Last 10.
10. Okay, I have 10 here.
Yeah, and what you always want to focus to now, I mean, since chest is the area that you really want to focus on, development improvement is, you want to make sure that you are
Targeting.
doing every motion of the movement to develop the maximum amount of muscle fibers you can.
Okay.
So that's not going to be any jerking of any weight. It's going to be all controlled. It's going to be time and attention. You're going to really focus on negatives. I like to do like the last body part now that I try to bring up. I like to do like the last 5 reps, a real deep focus on the negative. Yeah, and you know, a contraction, maybe hold at the top, maybe a pause at the bottom, a deep focus on the negative, last 5 reps. Really, it's a time and attention thing, you know, to really maximize all areas of breaking down the muscle fiber with all the different moving parts of the exercise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kevin's in the house. Watch your damn mouth.
I had to turn up here. I think I'm good.
You good?
I think we're going to go get Chris and his girl after this and bring them to fighters. What? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how you do it. That felt too good.
So, you said, okay, so we go, and then the last 5, I try to concentrate more on the negative, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yep, and all pressing movements when you want to put your thumb around. Yes, grip it all around, because pressure on the thumb when you come through brings pressure all the way on this inner side right here, through. Yes, sir.
Woo.
I just finished everything from my training. 15 minutes cardio with incline plus chest press, abs, 4 sets, 10 times, and under 15 minutes inside the sauna room.
Superman today.
And plus under 3 minutes of ice bath.
Oh, where's the ice bath here?
Yeah, there's an ice bath.
Maybe I need that.
Yeah.
Where
There's
is
the
that?
sauna. You know, in the other room?
In the other
Where,
room?
where you do legs?
Uh-huh.
There's a toilet. So, yeah.
Yeah, on your right side, you'll see it.
So there you have the sauna and the
Ice bath.
ice bath.
Okay.
Now I can go home, eat some.
And you're gonna
nice-
sleep good tonight.
Nah, I'm gonna eat some nice small vegetables and play my favorite video games that I have right now. I have all three video games console: PlayStation 1, 2, and 3. But by the way, 1 and 2 you don't need a CD because we buy from from the Instagram called Retro Gamer. This guy gave me an Instagram with flash memory over 250 games, plus 6,000 games from all the whole games that I played it. As for the PS2, 350 games, including my favorite game, Def Jam: Fight for New York.
Def Jam, like the record company?
Yes.
Yeah.
And guess what? The fighters is not your typical fighters. All rappers, including including Method Man, Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe,
Yeah.
DMX,
Yeah, Rod Rest his soul. Yeah, man, that
and
sounds fun.
WWE Hall of Famer, one of the greatest rappers I've ever seen, Snoop Dogg. It's your final boss.
Yeah.
You gotta fight against him.
West Coast.
Yeah. But
West
you have to
Coast.
create your own fighters. 5.
They're fighting. Wow.
Yeah. 5. If you win, you gotta get some money out of it.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. You can buy some clothes, chains.
Oh yeah, because you guys they do tournaments and that stuff
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's a street fight game, a legal street fight.
Right on.
Yeah. And guess what? Like I said, you create your own character. 5 fighting styles of your choice. You got submissions. You got martial arts. My personal favorite, kickboxing, street fight, and my all-time favorite fighting style, the wrestling. Body slams, everything.
It's nothing like, man, looking forward to to something that you know that you enjoy after a long day. You know, after a long hard day.
Sometimes
There are many different ways to chill.
and sometimes I watch DVD. There's some movies I got, especially my favorite classical movie, The Godfather. There's a movie I got.
Ah, that's a all-time favorite.
But I'll wait for this weekend for the new movie this Thursday. Brad Pitt.
Oh, you were just talking about that.
Yeah, F1. But when I find out who's the other actors other than Brad Pitt, some of them are you're gonna love it. Formula One champion, including the first ever Formula One driver who tied the record with Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton. There's the guy I gotta watch this.
Yeah.
Come on, man, enjoy. See you soon.
See you.
Okay, we're done here, actually.
We done here?
Yeah, we're done here. We're gonna go to, and I changed online. We're gonna now go to incline press, and then we're gonna go to dips.
Okay.
Yeah, dips with maybe superset with a fly.
Great. We have dips here.
I like the one. I like
The
this
one-
one over
one-
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
but we're gonna go to incline press first,
Okay.
and then hit the dips. Incline press.
That's 40. You want me to take
I
20?
think
That's
we're
a
gonna
check.
work with that. I think we're warm. We're gonna work with that. Yep.
Okay.
Remember, with thumbs inside, right?
Chest up all the time, right?
Yep. Absolutely. You never want to bend down here with the low back when you're doing chest. Always want to stay upright. Always want to stay upright and even maybe a slight arch if you can.
Like powerlifters.
Huh?
Like powerlifters.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Good. Easy money. Let's go with 20. Let's give it some power. Well, 20. Yeah, we can give it 20.
You want to go 20?
Yeah, we give it 20. Ooh. Yeah, that's some weight, actually.
Yeah.
That's some weight.
You think it's better to reduce?
No, that's good.
Okay.
So, what's very, very important also, when you want a specific body part to grow, right, and develop, we are getting proper rest around, training around that body part. We're getting the right amount of surplus calories around that body part, right? So, rest, your 8 to 10 hours of sleep around the body part, surplus anywhere from 8 to 1,600 calories above your burning metabolic rate.
Right now, I start the cutting because my next competition will be in September.
Okay, so you're not worried about putting on the necessary tissue for the specific body part right now then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But next when you get after the show, when you get charged to bulk. You know, or how many weeks out is that competition?
Competition is supposed to be by the end of September, so let's say July, August. 10 to 12 weeks.
No, you're not doing not time to bulk.
Yeah.
Maybe when somebody started their prep like 16 to 20 weeks out, they can have a month to bulk, month to 5 weeks to bulk, and then it's time for the cutting process after that.
Yeah.
But 10 to 12 weeks isn't enough time.
Yeah,
That's all cutting.
Yeah, I need to start cutting slowly, because when you start cutting, you also lose muscles, right? So,
Well,
yeah.
you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't have to, but with the cardio and because I lose muscle really fast.
Oh.
Yeah, so
that means if you lose muscle really fast, that means your protein intake isn't maybe sufficient enough.
maybe.
Because you don't have to lose muscle in this cutting process. The object, and if you're doing it right, is to hold on to as much muscle as possible. It's to hold on to all your muscle and lose all the water and the fat.
And another issue that I have, not like I have, but it's part of my routine. I work on offshore oil and gas platforms, so I have 14 hours.
I miss you too much in this.
I know. I miss myself. Trust me.
I have like 14 working hours per day, plus the workout, plus the rest, and sometimes we go over 14 because if we have any problem, because I work from the maintenance side, so if in case we have any problem during the night, we have to fix it. So sometimes we stay at the platform for 24 hours or more. Yeah. But it is what it is.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You chose to bodybuild and you chose to get into the sport with what you do.
Yeah.
You know, if it's hindering that much and all that, you have to make some decisions to change the game somehow, some way.
Yeah, as I say, once you know your enemies, you just have to fight.
Yeah.
You just have to fight.
Yes.
Just do
know
whatever.
you know what you're up against.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Here you go. Make it happen.
Yeah.
Strong. Come on, here we go. It's like you could probably get 10 out of that, 12 out of that, huh? Nice. Nice. Come on, good, good. Come on. Oh, I got you. Let me get 2 more. Push. Get all the way down deep. If you have a spot, get all the way down. Don't cut it short. Nice. Up. Come on. One more from there. Deep. Push. All with chest. Focus on chest. Down slow. Down slow. Nice. Ooh. Ooh. There you go. Yeah, so when you get that help with that spot, well, obviously you need somebody that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And that knows about the momentum. That's when you can still really try to focus on the range of motion.
Yeah, because some people, when they come to give you that spot, they take
just
like
pulling.
50, yeah, they're
just
take
pulling.
like 50 to 70% of
pulling.
the exercise.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, oh,
Yeah, and you're not doing any type of doing it on your own.
this is why
You know.
you see around the gyms, a lot of people is just training the ego lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is just the ego.
I know.
Ego.
I know. We know. We know. We know it. Okay, I think I'm gonna go 10. Yeah.
So
I'm gonna try to keep the same
12,
15.
15 to 12,
I'm
or
gonna
12
try
to
to
15.
shit. Woo. And
Let's go, champ.
yeah, shit. Hey man, you got me giving it all I have with only 2 meals for today, but that's okay.
Have you ever been to Brazil?
Huh?
Have you ever been in Brazil?
Been to?
Brazil.
No,
You have to.
never. Haven't been to Brazil. Never been, and I know I have to go.
You have to.
I know I do.
You know, like Brazil is one of the countries that loves bodybuilding more than like something. It's going close to football. Yeah, like in US you call soccer, but like in Brazil, bodybuilding and soccer are getting close.
Absolutely, man.
And the thing about Ramon Dino having the chance to fight for the Olympia spot gets them crazy, you know.
I have a lot of fans from Brazil. A lot of support from there. A lot of support from there. And I'm surprised I haven't been there yet because they've been supporting me ever since for a long time.
And I have a friend of mine, which is called Angelo. He's a classic physique and he poses really, really well. I think you comment once on one of his videos. He poses really, really well. Yeah.
Yeah, they know what they're doing over there. They've had practice. They're passionate about it, and so they're doing great things over there with the sport.
Do you have a relation with some of the Brazilian bodybuilders?
I do. I mean, with Ramon's people.
Yeah.
And I do.
Do you think they have the chance to become the next Olympia, or it takes
Have
more?
the next Olympia out there?
Yeah.
Have it out there?
No. If they have the chance to win the Olympia, maybe this year, next year.
I think there is a chance. Yes, Ramon Dino has a chance to win it in the last 3, 4, 5 years. How are you? How are you?
Thank you.
Very good to meet you.
Thanks so much.
Pleasure. He's from where you're from? Same place where you're from?
Coach. My coach.
Your coach, his coach.
Own coach.
You guys looking good, man.
Just a moment. E vai o momento de fama.
Legenda.
Where is he from?
Thank you so much.
Azerbaijan.
But look at you
Oh,
guys. You
good.
guys look great. You guys look amazing. You really, really do.
Number one. Number one.
You're from Azerbaijan, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Azerbaijan.
Hey, he definitely looks like he's going to be number one too.
Yeah.
If he is not right now.
Look at these eyes.
Yes.
Pro. I'm
He's the coach and the vice coach. Oh, you're from Baku.
Ah, yes.
Oh, there is a lot of.
There.
I'm from Angola, and there is
There?
there's a lot of people from Angola in Baku. Yeah, because they went there to study.
He won.
no. Only one.
Yeah. Ah.
It.
Right.
O pessoal do Azerbaijão.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Keep it up. Look great. Assalamu alaikum.
What?
Did I do a last set? I did. I just did it, huh?
That's my time now.
Your turn.
Yeah. What does it mean having people showing that love to you, like people all over the world? How do you feel? Like, what does it mean to you?
It means everything. I'm humbled. It means everything. I'm grateful. I'm just like overcome with emotion, with appreciation, and with love, with the support. It's amazing, and I don't ever try to be too good for anyone. I always try to take pictures, sign an autograph, whatever I could do to give people the energy, because I know that how much it might mean to these people.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm just, if I'm, it might not mean the world to me to take a picture with them, but it might mean the world to them. And so when you think about that, that's everything.
Like being here with you, for me, it's like a great pleasure. Being here with an Olympian athlete, it means everything.
Yes.
And like since the first contact we had, you've been the same person I've been seeing through the TV all those years.
Absolutely.
So I really appreciate being
Absolutely,
here with you.
brother. My pleasure. And that's what it's all about. So stay the same, stay humble, keep your feet on the ground, and be good to people. You be good to everybody, because
you never know.
Because I just love to feel that I'm giving somebody hope, or I'm making them feel good. That feels so good to me. So I just like to keep on doing that.
Yeah.
Here we go. Last
Let's
set.
go.
Arms around. Good.
We have the 10 there?
Is the 10 on there?
No, it's not.
No. Do you want the 10?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want them.
Okay.
Why does it look it's heavier?
I don't know. The same weight as on there.
Can you give me a spot? Just
Yes, of course.
taking it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And here we go. Up, push it. Yep, yeah. Keep on going deep. Keep on going deep. And good. Come on. Here we go. At least 3 more. Deep, still deep. And good. This is 2. And press. Come on, press. Press. Hold it up there. Now down slow. Slow. Perfect. Oh, you didn't even need that.
Whew. It was difficult.
Whew. That's right. Yeah, we'll leave that to the next guy.
Yeah.
Right?
That's for the pump.
Yes. Okay, I like this dip machine. I was like, where'd he go?
Hey, bro. How you doing?
Ay. It's my favorite dip machine right here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the machine rather than doing with body weight?
Huh?
You prefer the machine instead of doing with body weight?
Yes, because
You can target more,
yes,
right?
yes, you can kind of focus more with the contraction and specifically where. With the body weight, you kind of tend to rock a little bit more.
Yeah.
But you know, that's good with muscle recruitment as well because it's unstable. You know, because it challenges the stability of it. So
Yeah.
and that's always good that's always high profile for muscle recruiting. High profile.
Yeah.
Is he done? He's done.
I think so.
Okay. Then we go right into it.
Vamos. So,
Right off the bat. Yep, I feel that hamstring. I feel it. It's right there.
yeah. Do you have any painkiller?
Any what?
Do you have any painkiller?
Yeah, I think I have just like Tylenol or aspirin.
Yeah. That hurts.
Oh yeah. I did about 15 or 16. Good. Yep, get the stretch all the way up. All the way up. Thinking about here and here, the two spots. Out here, in there.
Good go.
See, you're not gonna have too many. You don't even, it look like you don't even need 12 weeks to cut. Looks like you're already pretty lean. Fairly lean. You maybe need about 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
But to give yourself a little bit more time,
Yeah.
that's always good.
Yeah, the thing is that by the time I'm offshore, like I'm traveling tomorrow, so I'll arrive tomorrow, Tuesday. By Thursday, I might go offshore, so I can take like 4 to 6 weeks on board. And the thing about being on board is that it's difficult to control my food because it's like industrial kitchen. So I have 2 meals with 2 oatmeals with protein powder, and then the other 2 meals, I take my rice, I do it on a microwave, and I just try to find some protein. It might be tuna, or I can get some meat or fish raw, and then I do it by myself.
Yeah.
Because if I get the food from the kitchen,
Not good.
not good. Yeah,
course, we know
because
that.
you cannot control nothing. You cannot control the oil. You cannot control the salt.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, when it goes to industrial things,
There's a lot of oil and salt and butter.
yeah,
Industrial means oil, salt, and butter.
my enemies.
Yeah. Are all of our enemies.
You increase?
Yeah, put it all the way down to the bottom. Whew.
I'm gonna roll back.
Say it again. I'm actually spotting him, brother. So let me do it after him. Let me make, yeah, finish him with then you. Come on, Chris. Let's go 2 more.
Let's go 2 more. Let's go.
Sit down. Just stay seated. There you go. And work on that negative. Keep that chest up. Negative. Nice.
Oh,
All right, brother.
I felt like the last
You
two.
just need a spot on all of them. You just want to be there for the first one. Okay. Good.
This is. That looks like
Okay. Good.
working out with legend.
Yep.
So like working out with me,
Heavyweight.
and somebody just called him to spot.
All right. Last set for me.
Let's do it. How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah,
Did you hear the news from last hour?
yeah. For the flights.
Yeah, Qatar and the fucking.
Yeah, some countries they close the borders.
Yeah.
Not really the borders, but they just cancel many flights.
Oh, we're just a start. We just started.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Those last two, they felt harder than the previous 13.
Hell yeah. And that's when you have to really focus. When you're at your most fatigued. Because that's when you're recruiting the most.
Yeah.
There. Really have to focus, you know? The
So
sport is no joke.
the word
Because anytime you are challenged to be at your best, when you can mentally easily be at your worst, that separates, brother, right there.
yeah,
That's where the separation is, from the men to the boys, from the champs to the nots.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want to be a man.
Huh?
I want to be a man.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Don't we
So-
all? There you go. There you go. Good control. Good pace. Good, good, good. 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 Okay, here we go now. Now 2 more from here. Slow on the negative. Rest down. Keep the chest up. Arch the back a little bit. Keep it there. Come on. Nice. Nice. One more like that. All chest. Focus chest. Focus. And now, slow up. One more down like that. One more down from there. From there. Go down. And from here, slow up. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah.
Oh.
Woo. Hey, right? That's the way it should feel. Like it took everything out of you.
Don't owe you nothing.
You tell him like we talk back to him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See you, boy, out there. Okay. See you next time.
Just have to be smart about it.
It is.
That's all she wrote. Woo! But he's got some work to do.
Yeah, I will. I believe he's going to Portugal, right?
Yeah, he's going to Portugal.
Yeah. I don't know who's going there, but I think he has. He has good chances.
Yeah, I think he has good chances. I think he has what it takes to. I think he has what it takes to eventually be a multi-Olympia champion.
Yeah. And he is new.
Yeah, he's new, and he's young still. He's only 30.
Yeah. It's 30 or 27.
I think he's 30.
I think it's 27.
I think he's 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah, I think he's 30. Because I remember him saying, I remember when his birthday came up. Yeah. I want to say. Good. Yep. Good. Shoulders down. Good. 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 Close it. Close it. Yep, there it is. Good. Keep closing it. Good. You squeeze there. Even though you're not moving it too much, at the end, you squeeze there and close it. There you go. Come on. Here we go. Come on. You're squeezing all the way. One more from here. Slow on the way back. Keep shoulders down. Go. Boom. All right. All right. Take it. Keep pressing. Press. Breathe. You squeeze there and bring it back slow. Beautiful. Oh, ooh. Beautiful.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Beautiful. Whew. Well, I am.
You remember?
Zapped for today.
You remember the Sylvester Stallone movies?
The
Rambo.
The First Blood or Rambo? Yes.
Yeah. So in my country, when we have like a tough workout, a tough thing to do, we say that you need to put the Rambo tab. So I had to use it. The Rambo tab.
Absolutely. That's it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He wore it on his head right there. Hell yeah, man. Hey, that's a classic for us all. Like, you know, that love the warrior type movies, that love the man type movies.
So how did you feel? Because like back in the days in the movies, those guys, they look huge, but when you saw them like in person, what did you?
I know.
How was it? It was like,
really?
really?
Arnold and Sylvester Stallone come to my gym back home.
Yeah.
They go to Gold's Venice. But of course, I never saw them when they were back in their peak in the 80s.
Schwarzenegger is still working out there.
They still train out there.
Yeah, still training out there. Yeah.
But you know, that's just evolution of the body and being bigger, faster, stronger. Evolution of man. You know, back in 2016 and 17, the classic physique. Top guys looked a lot different than they do now.
Yeah. Like,
weren't as big, weren't as
now the men's physique, they look like classic physique.
There you go.
Short.
There you go. Now, yes. So that's evolution of just growth and development and the way it is. naturally evolving, man,
Yeah.
with mankind, and it's a beautiful thing. I love it.
Yeah, and
I
now,
love it.
like even now, you have some open bodybuilders going back to classic, some classic going back to men's physique.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, what's his name is going down? That guy, what's from Brazil?
yeah. It's,
He's going down to classic. Horse.
Marcelo Horse, yeah.
Wow, that's going to be interesting.
Horse is going back.
That's going to be interesting. It really is. Shit. So,
It's gonna be a good thing to see.
yeah.
What do you think about the African bodybuilders?
I think they have great potential. The genetics, Jesus Christ, right? First of all.
Can I show you one?
Yeah,
on
yeah. Give me
Instagram?
1 second.
Yeah. Samson Daude is massive, right?
Oh yes, Nigerian, right there.
Even Andrew.
He's
Jack.
and Andrew, yes, Nigerian, both,
Yeah.
right?
I
Yeah,
think
both
the-
of those guys could be.
I think-
both of those guys could be top 2 flip flopping for the next however many years, brother.
I think the top 5 Nigerian guys, they can be like top 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 because they're huge.
Yeah, isn't that guy? Is that guy that got what? What did he get? Like 7th
Yeah. He also works
here.
here.
Yeah. He's Nigerian.
Yeah. I don't know what they eat, but those guys.
It's
they-
genetics, bro.
Yeah, genetics.
It's
yeah.
genetics. You got great genetics. You're African, right?
Yeah.
Morocco,
Angola.
Angola.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you cannot compete with the genetics from the African countries. No way. That's why these guys in Egypt, in Algeria, that's African.
What's your background?
African American.
African American.
Yeah. Just American.
Yeah.
But that's why you have a lot of Middle Eastern guys that are great. That's why you have these guys that are at the top, Tabani and Rami and Hadi.
Yeah.
You know, because they're great, and then we would have a lot more if these guys were allowed visas. We would have a lot more.
Yeah. Maybe like this year, maybe we'll get a lot of surprise.
Yeah. I mean, Tabani, we should fight for Tabani to be able to get there, because he's great, and he would be right up there with the best. He really would. He really would. I think he would. And so we need to see him there. I think they're great, the African bodybuilders, and I just can't wait to see the development and how it all develops and how it all pans out, man, and how it all pans out for your career too.
Yeah. Do you think Mr. Olympia will ever be like realize like the show of the Mr. Olympia? Can it happen outside of the US? Because of all these things happening,
I think.
Can they move it to Europe, to Africa, or some?
I think there's a possibility and there's a chance because we were talking. It was a talks of it moving to Dubai.
Yeah.
Because easier for everybody to get here from across the world. Harder for everybody from across the world to get to the U.S.
Yeah.
So there was talks of it already. Yeah. So I think if it continues to be stuff like this going on around the world.
Like even in my federation, I'm supposed to compete for the Worlds this year, and they are constantly updating the lists of the the countries which are banned, and my country is like almost getting into the list. So if it goes down to the World, and my country is in the list, so I just can't show up.
Shit. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough, and you just have to wait until all the smoke clears and the powers, have enough. Have enough of trying to evoke their power, and you have to wait until everybody wants peace at all the same time. What can you do?
Do you want to have a look at my physique?
Yeah, really quickly because I gotta get going.
You can be here.
Yeah. And Fran is probably waiting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, are you driving or?
Fran is driving.
Okay. Put it in.
All right, here we go. You're gonna hit the just your front poses and Back poses, yeah? That's a good back shot, man. You got a good back. You got a good back. Yep, and I would just bring this shoulder forward just a little bit more and lat, right? So you could give them the whole width of everything and roll it. Yeah, so you can give tricep, right? And then from there, yeah, chest up. Now, what the difficult thing to do is chest up, right? And shh at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's the name of the game, right? Up
Yeah.
and chest up and squeeze the abs at the same time. So even in your front pose, chest up and squeeze the abs all at the same time. And you're a little lopsided on this shoulder being
Yeah.
up more, right? Do you have an injury on this shoulder?
No, actually, the right one is slightly blocked, but I think it's something coming from the back.
That's interesting because that's up more.
Yeah.
So you got to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
You got to be mindful of that. You got to either raise the left shoulder or drop the right one more.
Yeah.
And that right one is developed in the front shoulder a little bit more. Yes.
No, actually, I have to bring the front shoulder slightly to front in order to equalize.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be mindful of that right shoulder. You got to drop the right shoulder or raise the left. Yeah. But still now at the same time when you drop your shoulder, yes, chest up. There you go. Make sure you bring the chest up and the lats forward too.
Okay.
I would just focus on bringing chest up, lats forward, right? So now we're talking about width.
Mm-hmm.
And you can accentuate your X-frame that much more and your taper. And rolling forward a little bit more in your arms so that accentuates even more width with the tricep sweep over here.
Okay.
Chest up, right? From the obliques down to the middle. And then really, yeah, lat spread. So really feel the tension on the lats. Chest up. Yep. Good. Good. I think you have to really study yourself and make sure you're even on whatever, all across the way.
Yeah.
Because then when we bring chest up, that tends to go up a little bit more too.
So either I go up the left one or I
Go down. Yeah,
down,
yeah.
yeah.
And then when you go up, you tend to hold that one back here, right?
Yeah.
And we want to roll forward just a little bit to show tricep sweep so we can get more width and more taper.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's go one more time. Back and front. Yeah, they're pretty even when you go to the back. But when you come to the front, okay, remember? Rolling forward a little bit. Yeah. Pressure here on these obliques. Yep, really. Yeah. Yeah, so then it's tough to angle, right, and to show these obliques, but at the same time, roll forward a little bit over here to give them the width, right? Mm-hmm. A little bit more. So rolling forward over there a little bit more, and staying here with this posture and this angle. Rolling forward a little bit more over there. There you go. You got to feel it, right? You're supposed to feel it anyway. You're supposed to feel like you're doing something. And chest up. Good. Feel this lat.
Mm-hmm.
This one. Now you feel this one way much better than this one. Good. Just. Yeah. Arms. Yeah. Yeah. Looking good, man.
Gotta work on this.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta maybe get some
Mobility.
work on it though. Yeah. Release.
Yeah,
That's how you say.
mobility.
Yeah, get some work on it and then you know, look at yourself and study. Okay, what's even, what's not, what I need to adjust.
Yeah. Thank you very
My
much.
brother.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Probably I'll be looking after you by the end of the year.
Yeah.
The world's gonna be LA.
Yeah.
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 November.
Yes.
So I'm gonna hit you.
Okay, brother. I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh no, I'll be back in November. We'll be back to the Dubai Muscle Show is back in October.
October.
We'll be here.
Probably November. It's by the end of November.
Yeah. Okay.
So probably you'll be back because it's close to the what you call it Thanksgiving.
Yes.
By the Thanksgiving you'll probably be home, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be there. I'll be home. I don't have to.
So it's 1 week after.
Ah.
No, 1 week before.
With one before the Thanksgiving. So like the 20th.
Yeah.
19th, 20th.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Pleasure, brother. Good work. Yeah, pleasure meeting you, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice
Keep
meeting
up the
you.
great work. Stay in touch. All right.
I will.
Yeah.
Definitely.
and keep having fun, brother. Working hard. And like you said, keep fighting.
Yeah. Do you want to say something?
Hey, support this brother. All this Angolan power he has. Very, very nice brother, man. Very humble. You know, and I really support brothers like that. So I support you, brother, and I want to see you succeed and do very well. All right. So sky's the limit. Much love. Love you.
I'm gonna be the Breon on the natural bodybuilding.
There he is. 1000%. Make it happen. I'm gonna hold, and you guys make sure you hold him to that.
I'm gonna show you the first place medal.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Love
bro.
y'all. All right. Later. See you soon.
Yeah.
Okay, my brother. I'll see you.
Então, pessoal, e assim eu encerrei mais uma jornada, né? Foi a realização de mais um sonho. Nesse momento até estou sem palavras para poder descrever o sentimento. Só tenho a agradecer a Deus e a todos que direto ou indiretamente têm contribuído para que coisas como essas estejam a acontecer. E é isso. Foi um super treino, foi-me passada muita experiência, muita visão, não só dos treinos como da vida também. E treinar com um atleta como ele, com a experiência que tem e a visão do mercado que tem, desde o nosso primeiro contacto, ele sempre foi muito receptivo, muito humilde, encorajou-me muito a manter aquilo que é a minha ideologia, a minha filosofia, que está voltada no fisiculturismo natural. Falámos muito sobre essa questão do ser natural, não ser natural e toda a conversa que existe em volta disso, né? Existe muita mídia em cima disso, mas no final somos todos atletas. A ideologia de cada um é de cada um. É uma coisa que, concordando ou não, nós devemos respeitar, porque no fim e ao cabo, cada um está a cuidar da sua vida. Se o António, o João ou o Abel faz ou deixa de fazer, o que eu penso, na verdade, não vai deixar de ser o que eu penso. É só o que eu penso. E isso não vai mudar a minha vida, não vai mudar a vida deles. O máximo que nós podemos fazer, se as pessoas assim permitirem e se for da vontade delas, é nós conscientizarmos, é nós passarmos aquilo que é a nossa visão, porque o facto de sermos naturais não faz de nós seres perfeitos, né? Nós somos seres humanos e ser natural é uma escolha nossa. Podemos ser atletas naturais e termos 1 milhão de outros defeitos. Eu não sou perfeito, ele não é perfeito, acredito que ninguém é perfeito. Acho que o perfeito só existe numa palavra, né? Porque não conheço ninguém que seja ou que esteja à beira da perfeição. Mas é isso, vivendo e aprendendo. Então, para vocês que são fisiculturistas, se são naturais, e tenham um propósito, tenham uma ideologia, continuem, sigam o vosso propósito, sejam fiéis a vocês mesmos, não deixem de acreditar. Vocês que não são, se têm um motivo, uma razão que vos guia, que norteia os vossos objetivos, e assim seja. Vocês sabem o que é que tudo isso envolve melhor do que quem não tomou a vossa decisão, e só vocês sabem o porquê tomaram essa decisão. E muitas das vezes nós até acabamos por colocar muita pressão, né, em cima daquilo que é o atleta. Na verdade, existem mais pessoas não atletas a fazerem a questão do uso mais hormonizados, né, do que atletas. Então, no final das contas, nós temos é que cuidar de nós, das nossas vidas e dos nossos. O resto, vamos deixar que cada um cuide da sua vida, ninguém é melhor do que ninguém. As nossas escolhas são nossas escolhas e por isso elas têm impacto direto nas nossas vidas. E as escolhas dos outros são as dos outros, então vamos respeitar. E é isso, pessoal. Obrigado por estarem aqui no canal, a curtirem mais um vídeo. Eu vou me despedir de vocês, mas antes não vou deixar de agradecer a minha patrocinadora, a Growth Suplementos, que me acompanha em toda essa caminhada, em todos os cantos que eu vou. Foram dias fantásticos aqui. Tive a oportunidade de conhecer muitos atletas, tive a oportunidade de link up a bit, né? Fazer aí ampliar o networking. Foi uma experiência que toda vez que eu venho para cá, para o Dubai, assim, algumas coisas se repetem, mas as experiências são sempre únicas, porque tem sempre algo a mais. E eu acredito que o futuro a Deus pertence e nós não sabemos sequer o que vai acontecer no próximo segundo. Então, estamos aqui nessa vida, somos passageiros. Enquanto cá estivermos, vamos fazer a nossa parte. Vamos amar mais, respeitar mais, aceitar mais, entender mais. E sem que nos seja pedido um abraço, mas nós sentirmos que aquela pessoa que está ali ao lado precisa, vamos dar esse abraço, porque pode ser tudo o que aquela pessoa precisa. Então é isso, pessoal. Vocês que estão aqui no canal, continuem no canal, convidem os vossos amigos, comentem, partilhem, subscrevam e digam aos vossos amigos para subscrever também. Eu vou me despedir de vocês e não se esqueçam, quando vocês forem comprar os suplementos, vocês já sabem, o site é jasuplementos.com.br e o cupom é o mais fácil que vocês podem usar. Adão, eu sei que vocês gostam de ler a Bíblia e vocês conhecem a história de Adão e Eva, então não se esqueçam, não precisam utilizar a Eva, utilizem só o Adão, a Groove. Fui.